Hey there, Joy of the World friends and family. I am Joy, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around us. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button down below. It is free as always. Now today we're taking a peek at the energy shift into the new North Node, South Node. It's moving from Gemini as the head and Sagittarius is the tail, and it's going on to Taurus as the head and Scorpio as the tail. Now it moves retrograde, which means it moves clockwise. That's why it might seem a little odd that it's going the opposite direction of the constellations. But that's why it can kind of mix us up and shift us up and get us throwing ourselves off balance or rocking our own boat when we don't need to. All right. They say, I acknowledge and accept the feeling I am experiencing in this moment. That's the way to conquer. Not just with your calm, with your confidence, but staying steady, staying strong. So don't react and respond. Life is wanting you to have a bit more of a plan this year, like intention. That's the big word, then plan. It's being able to move in a certain direction and not being chronically distracted or even energetically distracted. Regardless of where your mind goes, your body is going to follow. But they're starting here by saying your hard work is paying off. The new moon in Capricorn, fantastic. That's going to be tomorrow. I didn't know that. That's the card that came out, but I am loving this. It's these new beginnings, and it's talking about how they want you to use your strength, use your time, and use your energy. That is the big theme going on in the node shift right now. Now, we'll have a few themes that go, because just like when you look at the decans or the 10 degrees, there are 3 separate sets of 10 degrees that make up a zodiac sign, and because they have different characteristics and personalities and facets to them. Well, there's also that going on with the nodes and how they shift and move. So for now, this initial beginning theme is coming into knowing that your hard work is paying off. Some of it has been nodding towards sacrifice, feeling like the ending, it was over, you know, bloodshed, can't look back, it was traumatic. But they're talking about reigniting and sparking the idea that this could be a good thing. Not what happened, where you're going now and moving forward in that. Like flowing, they're talking about the flow, and I love this water flow. For some of you, that's going to be showing up as soda light. You could keep a little nib of it in your pocket to encourage this 26, this partnering with the world. Getting in touch with your own world seems to be what I'm seeing up here, because we have the 8 of blades and the 3 of coins coming on in. And they're talking about putting your money where your mouth is. They're talking about, you know what to do for yourself. Now do it. All right. Some of that's Gemini energy showing up there. Yeah, okay, because we have the Jade card that says take action. Rising high, following the sky, follow the sun, your star. Some of you, that's going to be your North Star, and you're like, Joy, what is that? I'm going to begin to post more teaching videos this year, so you can go click on them anytime I say something in a video it doesn't make sense, so you can build your understanding of these things. Now, what I call the North Star is our IC. It's at the beginning of your 4th house. So whatever line you trace that down to, whatever zodiac it's in, that's where your 4th house is. My 4th house is in Pisces. And so that's my North Star. So I always return back to Pisces and that type of energy to get myself on track anytime I start feeling lost. And they said for a long time, there's been this loss, this schlepping about, trying here, going there, dragging yourself around. And then these last couple of years of some of the stagnancy and collision and confusion of the COVID era that we've been through, that there hasn't been a lot of space and room for personal growth and development. There has in certain ways, but they're talking about through the whole self, through the whole thing. Like the pieces of the puzzle have now been cut through this time, but now it's time to begin to put it together and to step back and look at the whole picture. Okay, little piece, whole picture. Trees, the forest, the whole thing. And the sunshine, which is you, is the witness. What do you see? What do you want to see in your life is what they're talking about. A lot of people, it's peace. Right now, pardon me. Oh. It's some peace coming in. I like it because right here, the central card, the one that is in your now and in your present, is a faceted owl. The owl is floating through quickly right now, very much in a life and livelihood manner, as opposed to being harbinger of death. I am becoming more knowledgeable and wiser with each day. So energy is becoming facilitative of this knowledge, of this growth, of this learning without a curve. In the fullness thereof, taking your energy and putting your attention towards yourself and your checklist, your to-dos, and not just the dones. It's about development. It's about investment. That's what we're talking about here. And alongside, if we're looking towards the past of what we're kind of leaving behind and moving on from, it talks about, I wake up today with strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. That's where you begin. Finding out what you are clear on. Instead of trying to decide everything and do the whole kit and caboodle on January 1st, you step into it and you just begin to take the first step, like a scavenger hunt. Step in with that and the strength and the confidence of knowing your now is beautiful, perfect, and divine. And when the mind begins to squirrel and wonder and whatever else, remember, begin to bring yourself back to that feeling, the centrality of the heart. Get in the center of yourself and remember who you are. All right? They're saying follow your desires, follow your curiosity, follow your inklings. So learn to scan your body. Needing to get the excess out, shedding the old, releasing it, not just like tossing it away. It's like the moving about and the processing it physically begins to cleanse and clear more than just the stuff. It's cleansing and clearing your auric field and your energy is what they're talking about, is making room for new associations and new relationships. All right, some of you might want to watch the 2022 Welcome to the New Year, because it's talking about the reciprocation, about those relationships, things being balanced out again and being a two-way street, staying in the center of yourself because you're not having to run here and chase this and that to prove anything. You're also not having to make up for anything else or having to hurry along and push in all this extra. They're talking about that pushing. Talking about that pushing. What are we pushing here? What have we been pushing? Some of you have been pushing relationships along. Allow them to unfold. Let's see what we've got. 4 of Elixirs, 4 of Cups. It's like some of you have been pushing to check out and forget who you are. I love you. Our world is better because you're in it. And life has good plans for you. Forget not all of its benefits. Start with some simple things, okay? Like for me, I love the sunshine. I'm very solar. My chart's very solar, so I wake early. I like to come on in the nighttime. I don't tend to stay up super late. So for me, sunshine is something. If I can't see the sunrise, then get it somewhere in my day. I love to have my curtains up. I love to have the windows open when the weather's appropriate. I love to go biking when I used to feel the wind in my hair. But for now, I go walking when I feel stagnant or stuck. They're talking about forget me not. In those simple, basic actions, those simple, basic things, the greater ideas are going to come. You are not forgotten, friend. You are not forgotten. Let's get some crystal magic on. You need some cheering. I'm going to give you some woo, woo, woo. And you'll see what I'm saying. Look, I love this. This is Emerald coming in. And it's like the pinky pump going on. Like, yeah, I got your back. Well, emerald is also the one of the major gemstones of Taurus. So it's really getting aligned with the energy of the Taurian energy. Like when a certain song is playing, get that groove on, that dance, that rhythm, and that energy. You're not going to lose yourself. Just get the momentum, get it going. If you don't have any great ideas for yourself at first, just find someone that you're drawn to, their energy, like, I don't know, whatever it is, whatever they're talking about. It could be like, you know, Tony Robbins, or it could be, you know, Oprah, or it could be something like that, right? But look at it with different eyes, not just to sit back and be fed. Look at it as like, what in this is drawing me or attracting me, and why? And begin to bring those things into your life. They might talk about journaling, or they might talk about accountability, or they might talk about setting a schedule for waking and sleeping because it improves sleep. They're talking about in the forget not those benefits. So simple, basic things can move massive massive energies and bring about tremendous wealth, and wealth is health, y'all. That's not just the money, it's the well-being, it's the wholeness, it's the happiness, it's staying in the center of yourself instead of feeling pulled and dragged about this way or that, or chasing this or that. It's knowing that everything comes to you because everything is in you. Everything is in you. How that mystery totally works, that's what we unfold here every day. I'm on that ride with you, friend. I'll let you know as soon as I find out. That's why I tune into these myself and sit on the other side of the camera and watch them and take notes to help my health, my wealth, my life. So now we're wanting to talk about this brilliance a little bit more, how to discover our sparkle. I wish I knew his name. Maxfield Parrish. Ooh, look at that memory firing off, y'all. So exciting. Oh my gosh, what chemo does to your brain. Sometimes it takes a moment. But let's see. Okay, thank you. That would make sense. We have clustering energies right now. So first and foremost, I would tell you to like take 3 deep breaths. That can be on either side of the issue. Like in the morning, if you're feeling extra sleepy and you don't know how to get up, I would tell my kids, I'm like, take 3 sharp sniffs right in a row. Do a regular breath, 3 sharp sniffs. I'll show you. So anyways, but you do it 3 times. So you're like, and it hyper-oxygenates your brain so that you have clarity. It gets the fog out of your mind, clearing that Neptune. Let me make a note. Y'all be patient. He's been wanting to talk. So the 3 sharp sniffs. Y'all, I just live my life, and they begin to weave this all together to where it makes sense and it's practical. When you do that, it clears out the fog and some of the ache of the body, and you begin to think, okay, I remember I had set my intention. I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to be who I say I am. I'm going to align my life, and I'm going to make the bit of effort so I can enjoy the fruits and rewards. Who says I have? That I know I have. I'm worthy of this. I'm worthy of this investment of taking the action. It's just a little bit each day. Remember Emerald coming in to encourage you, okay? Forget me not. Remember yourself. Put the love for yourself into remembrance, okay? So let's see what these cluster cards are coming in here. We got solar flares, we got Venus retrograde, we got Mercury retrograde. So there's a lot of things coming together and working, and it could seem sticky or scary or bothersome or very tricky, okay? Because 7 of Swords has been showing up. So things could look a certain way that you're like, oh, there it goes again. And then you trip your memory into spiraling out that way. And they're going, That is the warning this year, is that 7 of Swords is here to trip you up. Not on purpose, okay? The 7 of Swords actually comes in to say, hey, this energy is coming in. Beware of it and don't fall for it. They're basically saying don't jump in the hole. Okay, they're saying there's a hole right there. There's a hole right there. Just walk around. And you're like, okay. Or like one man did. I forget which state it was in. You know, I grew up in Mississippi. Talk about some potholes. You could put a couch, a car in some of these. They're so huge, probably an apartment. But there was this man who put a banana tree in a pothole. Got tired of it being there. I mean, because they can rip your tire off instantly. So he planted something in the middle of it. So they're like, just making the best of it. Just move on. You know, decorate life. Sprinkle about joy and graciousness everywhere you go. So we have the 8 of Clubs, the 7 of Diamonds, and the 5 of Hearts. Who is wanting to talk first? Okay, we'll go that way. Ease into your day. Ease into your day. Guard against overload. Realize, like the tree, like the jade, the taking action, this energy, the sunshine, is there's a minute for everything in the day. Take it easy and process it through. Don't just like gorge and stuff and then allow your body to have to suffer on through it. As you begin to take in sights, smells, activities, whatever it is, let them wrap up and come to a close. It's a little bit more of monotasking as opposed to multitasking. Like if you need to run errands, don't run them all in one day. They're talking about that's the burning of the bridge, the burning of the candle at both ends, and that's the fire that has caused Taurus. Hello, Taurus to be stuck. And they're wanting it to be free and easy and go about like the youthful mind, frolicking like a calf, just going out and letting the body do what it do. They get excited and the muscles begin to want to fire and create that passion, a natural passion, a passion that doesn't burn, meaning there isn't a price to be paid for it. There's the reward, the enjoyment, and the creativity, the connection that is going on. So then we have the 7 of Diamonds coming on in. It's pretty basic, getting back to nature. Spending time, not necessarily activity driven. Taking time to rest outside some, relax outside some, unwind outside some, whatever time this is for you. You know, whatever that would look like for you, whatever your passion is or your basic instinct is. Maybe catch snowflakes on your tongue, or lounge by the pool, or call a friend over to just hang out. Some very low-key energies beginning to be restored, and a little ways into the finding your brilliance, but you first. And then from there, it can step into the relationship with self first, and then the relationship with nature, and then others. Okay. And then we have the Five of Hearts. Very Hierophant energy coming in here. So that's the thing, is Hierophant isn't this way or that. It's coming in at perfectly equal, like the Justice, like the Judgment. And that's why they're saying that Seven of Swords. You could think it's tipping this way or that. And they're like, just go about your day. Keep to your list. Keep going along with what you're doing. I don't mean just make a list, y'all. I mean that rhythm of self going on here. And ditch the lure. Ditch the lure. So that means stay shored up, stay well fed. Don't be lured out. Don't take the bait. Okay. And they'll know the difference. It's about that bait of thinking maybe I would, or maybe I could, but then feel into yourself. Remember, accept the feeling I am experiencing in this moment. Beginning to get on page and on board with our body. It's called body language for a reason. Start to listen to your soul and listen to yourself and feel it out before you begin moving and stepping in to the arrangement of everything. Take the time to know yourself. And I love it. Diamond sparkle. Okay. And spirit, mind, and body. I only do things that hold myself to my highest standard. Okay. And that standard is really tying into this moment, the moment of now, of listening to your body now, feeling the rhythms of yourself over the space of an hour, a day, a week, and not like writing it down and making it hard and carved out. You begin to get a feel for a song, for your soul, for your rhythm, for your pattern, for how you move and how you don't. Because they talk about our perfection being knowing who you are and what you're here for and how you operate in this world. Interesting. Seven of Cups. I'm hearing this song by Air Supply. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. A little bit of recovery. A little bit of recovery for some of you. I think I want to get it instead of a dream. Let's get a little bit of true heart on that. For this feels very specific, very particular to somebody. So you've been asking for help. Seeking help, just know that help is on the way. Life loves you. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Temperance, touch your own. The simple act of folding your hands in prayer. Prayer prepares. So the thing is that's a form of setting an intention. It doesn't just look like this, y'all. The reason why people do that is that's your own energy. It's creating an action potential so that you do what you mean to do, what you intend to do. It's getting in touch with yourself. It's putting a physical act, a physical manifestation to the things of the heart. It's being able to show love to yourself, irregardless of the outcome, and knowing that the connection is the key. All right. But we have Temperance coming in here. Making peace. Making peace with what you've seen, what you've sought, and what you are seeking. Well, that would go into the 3 layers here. I know you have a question. I hear you. I'm looking to see what could help you out. Any more information on this particular question that our friend is asking here? Okay. Lay it down, the Chariot. All right, so this is a nod to a little bit of change because it's saying everywhere you go, there you are. So there's no need to change who you are for anybody. All that adapting and moving about that seems helpful. Like mine wasn't a people pleaser. Mine was a person protection agency. I was trying to live and survive through a lot of things going on. And they're talking about the more you get into the center and the truth of who you are, the more that truth is displayed without word in your body language, not just the way you hold yourself, the sound, the frequency that is coming out from you. Each one of us is like a speaker with songs coming out of us, and we're all moving around each other, and it's all running into each other. And they're talking about that there's no need to change yourself. Everywhere you go, there you are. So begin to settle into making the moments pleasant. Not pleasant by what you think. Stop and ask yourself, just make it new, brand new relationship. Brand new relationship. Like there are times I do, it's like backlash on a fishing line. It gets all tangled up. I'm like, what do I want to do today? I want to do this and this and this and this and this. And I have to take those breaths. That's where I would take 3 long breaths, right? And slow it down. And that breath, that air, that movement, that plasma, that Chiron, that Neptune, it begins to clear the space right around you. That you can begin to hear and think and feel yourself. Lean into that. Feel into that. Now, I know this sounds pretty basic, y'all, but everything is built on the basics. I'd always taught my sons that the people, if you get up and you learn how to make up your bed and brush your teeth and put your pants on and get going, you have success in your day because you've learned how to start. Okay? And they also want you to know how to finish, how to wrap it up, to tie it down, how to tell yourself no. The yes and the no, the off and the on, the left and the right, some very basic things. It's not something big and grand. The big and grand comes from mastering the little things. Think of the tree that was once a seed. That's you. Hey, if you're still here, you might have liked it. Tap that like button, give it some love. Let me know you stopped by. Leave a comment or a compliment to me, yourself, a friend, whoever. All right, love you. Talk soon.